What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we're going to revisit Dominaria United. We're going to do a set booster box opening, and I can't remember the last time I opened up a box of Dominaria United. I think it's legitimately been 3 or 4 months, which is crazy. You know, this set came out at the end of last year, and there was definitely some hype around it. There was the Legends cards that were found and placed into random booster packs of collector booster packs. And this set obviously has some one really notable reprint, which we'll talk about, and then a couple other pretty bomby cards as far as like value is concerned. But overall, the value of this set and the sort of staying power, I guess you could say, has really tanked. So, you know, we're going to have a little discussion. We'll talk about some of the singles prices. We'll talk about the sealed prices. We'll hopefully pull some fun stuff. And with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in and let's just crack some packs. So as of the filming of this video, the set boxes for Dominaria United are $90. That is, you know, that's as far as like a box price goes, especially when you consider, I think Dominaria United might have been the first set, and maybe I would be wrong about this. Oh yeah, I almost forgot there's actually a box topper. You know, this might have been the first set that actually experienced the Wizards price hikes. So now to have a set box that is $90 readily available, you can just go and pick one up. That's kind of shows you how what I was talking about with respect to you know, where the prices have fallen and where they are now. All right, we're gonna open our box topper. It's likely some sort of uncommon. Oh, it's actually, oh, hey, wow, it is a mythic. Okay, all right. I'm kind of poo-pooing this a little bit, and I don't mean to, but the box toppers are mostly cards that can be found within the product, pretty readily available. But you know what? Tetsuo Imperial Champion is actually not a bad little box topper. It's kind of sweet. I don't think any of them really carry a substantial value, which is why I'm like, I don't get excited about the box topper aspect. But you know, let's start talking about it. So Dominaria United is like the truest version of Boom or Bust. I mentioned that these set boxes are currently going for $90. Within this set, there is a base copy Shieldred the Apocalypse that by itself is $70. So you have a $70 mythic in this set in a $90 box. And that tells you a lot, I think. Hey, nice. So Shivan Reef, borderless. I personally think the Pain lands are probably a little bit underappreciated as far as like utility lands go. Borderless Shivan Reef, I think, is probably like sub $2. Not really carrying any value. The Pain lands are still, other than like maybe Adakar Waste, they're all basically sub $3. So pretty decent time to still pick them up. Rare after that is a Archangel of Wrath. Actually kind of a cool rare. But, you know, as we're going to discuss a little bit more, Bortuk Bone Rattle as our foil uncommon. Kind of cool. The tough part is that beyond Shieldred, there is not a ton of value. Now, I mentioned there was a big reprint. Liliana of the Veil was reprinted into Standard, and she does see some Standard play, but the base copy of Liliana is like $12 at this point, which is insane, right? To think about Liliana not being like a devastating card in Standard play of all things. All right, here we go. We've got Airtice Scorn. We've got Balmor Battle Mage Captain. The rare is Rada's Firebrand. The foil rare after that is a Carplucin Forest. Borderless foil, you know, Painland is, for me, not unacceptable. That's kind of cool. Again, this is probably in the sub $3 category. It might be butting up against it at like $2.50 or something, but I don't think it's above $3. But nevertheless, again, utility land. I think they're very playable. And so, you know, as far as I'm concerned, not a bad place to be. So at the very top of the pile, you've got Shieldred, $70 base copy, almost pays for the box by itself. After that, Liliana of the Veil, which is currently about $12 in value. And there is another mythic in there. There's Timeless Lotus, which is, I think, also still holding pretty strong at $12. Pretty good. But, you know, that's a pretty steep drop-off. Oh, we have our first mythic. What is this? It is Jaya, Fiery Negotiator, Fire Grandma. Fire Grandma is bringing some heat. Unfortunately, it is not financial value heat, but it is a cool card. This is a card that I think people might honestly thought they might do a little bit better than it actually did, in that it really doesn't see any play. It is a 4-drop Planeswalker, but it has a bunch of utility to it. I think it's a cool card. I just think Planeswalkers fall into largely the category of either it's super busted or it sees virtually no play at all. And that, I think, is unfortunately in the sees no play at all category. So at Mythic, you do have Shieldred, you do have Liliana, you do have Timeless Bloatus. But that is a steep, steep drop-off. It really does mean, like, Shieldred is almost like make or break for the product, right? There is some good news in that I do think that there is some really good playable rares. I mentioned that, I think that the Painlands are a little underappreciated. Oh, what is this? We have a Commander rare. It's Baru Worm Speaker. All right, kind of cool. Commander rare. Nice. We'll take it. Defiler of Dreams. This is part of the Defiler cycle. None of them particularly valuable. The green one actually does carry a little bit of value, but even that one didn't quite take off the way that I think a lot of us thought it would out of the gate. Aggressive Sabotage is a foil after that. In our first list, we have 50 feet of rope. 50 feet of rope. That is a good old, what is it, AFR? I'll even put Tetsuo over here. Why not? Although I'm not going to put him on top. There we go. It's interesting because I don't hear anybody clamoring that Dominaria United is anybody's favorite, yet the percentage of play on Shieldred in Standard and Pioneer is pretty massive. Even see some fringe modern play. And of course, is a big commander card as well. So that is why it carries that level of price tag. Llanowar Green Widow after that. Nice little rare. Spiders are kind of all the rage with Shalab. I don't know. We have a list rare that is Aura Thief. Is that out of one of the Urzas? What is that, out of Destiny? Aura Thief is put in a graveyard for play. You may gain control of all enchantments. Oh. Well, that's kind of interesting. Huh. Unsure of value of that one offhand, but kind of a cool card. It is an illusion. Oh, so we had an art card. There's our gold stamped, one of our gold stamped art cards. Foil Swamp after that. There is a couple other nice, like, smallish impact mythics. What is that? There's the Gorilla and the Sarah Paragon. They didn't, really retain the value, the price tag that they had when they first came out, but they are pretty good cards in their own right. Rare up is Evolved Sleeper, a card that also saw some play initially out of the gate, and this was carrying a few dollars in value. Unfortunately, no longer the case. One of the things, by and large, with this set, which is kind of unfortunately common with a lot of standard sets right now, is you've got some top-end stuff, and after that, you've got a lot of nothing. It is it's top-heavy, right? I will say that this has a really good rare in it. Leyline Binding sees a ton of modern play as premium removal. That is still carrying a price tag of about $10. So you do have a $10 rare in here that does make it help a little bit more, right? Braids is also like a $4 or $5 rare. Pretty good. So it's not all boom or bust, but the tough part is King Darien. Good utility card. Nice token card, plus it is a human soldier. So there is some utility there. Not a valuable card, but a cool card. Nice little cut down, though. Foil cut down. That's a good uncommon. All right. You can see, by the way, some of these coming straight out of the box with curl. I don't love that. I do not care for that. So it's not all mythic or bust per se, but it is a very top-heavy set in that it's very hard to get your money back out of the box without hitting a Shieldred. Raven Man in the showcase. Kind of a cool card. Doesn't see a lot of play. If the Ravens could block, the game changer, right? But they can't, so womp womp. Hey, another Painland. I am okay. One of the reasons I decided to take the leap and open one of these boxes is, one, I think the price point is pretty reasonable for what it actually brings, and two, I'm actually okay with stocking up on Painlands. I have surprisingly few of them. Well, foil rare after that, we have Nemata, Prime Evil Warden. That is a showcase foil Prime Nemata. Not going to be a value hit, but it is kind of a cool card. It is a foil rare. We'll throw it up top. All right, coming to the conclusion of, we have 2 packs left in our first column. We have 1 mythic out of the box so far, which means we should be live for quite a few more. Fire Grandma again, Jaya, not really carrying the torch, so to speak. Relic of Ruins, actually a pretty good uncommon. But other than that, it's tough sledding. All right, here we go. Niall Avazoa Aeronaut. Rare is a Llanowar Loam Speaker. Cool. Sunbathing Root Wallet after that, and another list hit Burning Inquiry. Actually, as far as commons go, it's an M10 common. It's not a bad one to get. Burning Inquiry actually does see a little bit of play. Is that see some play in like Hallowed One, also pretty good in like forced draws. All right, another foil planes. Okay, here we go. Choking Miasma. Garna. Rare is a Ratadrabic, a quality rare. Doesn't carry like a price tag, unfortunately, but it is, as far as a playable rare, look no further. This is a very good rare, and an affordable one, and a good card that you can build around. So I'm still going to throw it up top, even if it's not necessarily carrying value. Oh, nice. Micromancer, actually a pretty good foil uncommon as well. Nice. All right. As far as column 1 is concerned, again, without Shieldred Lily or Timeless Lotus, it will be a pretty tough box. Plaza of Heroes is also a good pull, so I think we're doing okay. We're doing, as I will say, as expected. Not tremendously bad, not tremendously good. Combat Research, actually a pretty good uncommon. Spawn of Turg. Baird. It is Lily. Nice. You know what? Not bad. I will take a Liliana of the Veil. I know that, it's, I don't want to say only $12, but hey, you know what? It's not carrying like a 30 plus price tag anymore, but Liliana in the Veil is still a really respectable card. And I owned no copies prior to this set, and now I have 1 more copy. So I'm very cool with this. I will take a Liliana of the Veil. That is a quality mythic. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Phyrexian Warhorse after that. And let's do this. I'm going to separate the two, because I want to showcase Lily. I mean, again, second most valuable card in the set, probably about $12 right now. No complaints. If we can actually get a decent list pull, I kind of forget what's on the list in this set. I don't always bank on the list as far as things that I expect to like help me carry my box value. If I get something good off the list, then I'm happy. But other than that, to me, it's just another slot. Rare is an Adakar Waste. Nice. So I mentioned that these are seeing quite a bit of play. I think Adakar Waste is right about $4. Sulphur Springs is probably right around $2.50, so just below our little $3 threshold. But Adakar Waste certainly fits the bill, and that is another Painland. So that is our 4th of the box, by the way. That's crazy. Broken Wings. And a Kite Shield off of the list. That is an uncommon out of N12. 0 casting cost. 3 to equip. Okay. Kind of cool. All right. Not bad. If I recall correctly, the hallmark of these Dominaria Remasters, or one of them I should say, is that they are pretty free with Painland. So if you need the paid lands that are in this set, they're pretty bountiful as opposed to future sets that also feature Painlands, which were seemingly much more stingy with them. Dominaria United definitely gives you an average of 3+ per box. Queen Elenil. This is actually also a really good token strategy card. Very nice. Tura. A lot of good legends in this set. Next mythic is a Solkanar. That is not a nice mythic. That is a certifiable womp womp. Okay, it is a mythic. Actually, like Fire Grandma a lot more than that. Balmor after that. And we're moving along. So it's not all bad. We've already nabbed ourselves a Lily. We've got a couple of pretty sweet Painlands in there. I would be really happy if I could get a Leyline Binding. Yes, we all want a Shieldred the Apocalypse, but just getting a Leyline Binding would be extremely helpful. Rada, Coalition Warlord. Cosmic Epiphany after that as a rare. Then a double rare pack. We have Keldon, Flame Sage after that. And then a foil uncommon, Tori, Diavnent, Fury Rider. If you are looking for good commanders to build around, this set is chock full of them. Like, that is one of the things. I also think it's one of the things that's probably working against the set, is typically speaking, historically, multicolored sets don't typically do as well. I mean, they're just a lot more restrictive. You can have good multicolored cards, but, they fit into a lot less decks, as opposed to if you just have a good card that is a solid monocolored card, that's going to slot into a lot more decks, right? So, typically speaking, the multicolored sets, which this is, of course, one of them, are a little bit tougher on value. Defiler of Vigor, when this set came out, this was definitely the card, the creature that people were most excited about as far as like this vigor cycle or the defiler cycle. It has since dropped down. It's below 3. I think it's like right around 250. It's sub $3. It's still probably the most valuable of the defilers, but definitely didn't take off the way I think most people, including myself, thought it would. I mean, 5 for 6/6 trample and read the card. It does a lot. It does a whole lot. All right, Goblin Picker after that. But you know what? I figured if I will say this, you know, one of the things I try to be honest about, and one of the reasons I like doing these is to talk about the value of different products, right? Next art card, signed art card. That's kind of cool. All right. You know, while I don't suspect that Dominaria United boxes are carrying a very high EV or, you know, expected value, for $90, if you want an opening experience, Silver Scrutiny, nice. You could certainly do worse. I don't think that, you know, it is probably not a winning proposition in most instances. Next rare is a Profaner of... Oh, this is another list card? Yeah, it sure is. Profaner of the Dead. Exploit. Exploits a creature, return it to its owner's hands. Oh, interesting. Okay. That is an interesting list. So that is a second rare off of the list. You know, I can't really advocate for the product because so much of the value is tied to a single card with Shieldred, and it really is like, hey, if you pull the Shieldred, you're on top of the world, and if you don't, you're probably not feeling as great. But as far as opening experiences are concerned, you know, with Painlands and some other cool cards in here, I think you could certainly do... There are worse products out there to open up. Rare is a Temporary Lockdown. Actually, a card I kind of like. Again, not going to carry a lot of value, but, you know, as far as cheap removal of low-to-the-ground creatures, yeah, this does some work. Destroy Evil after that. All right, so we're a little bit halfway past the halfway point in the box. Got about 3 packs left in this middle column. And, you know, we have hit 3 mythics. 2 of them not so great, and 1 of them very, very good. All right, here we go. Wrath, Weatherlight, Sure, Garna. See all the legends. All the legends. So many legends. Vidalia and Hexcatcher. Hexcatcher! Hexcatcher! Actually, one of the quality lords, if you will. There's the Leaf Crown Elder. There's this one. There's the Goblin one. There are some really good creatures in here. This is a pretty good card. You know, again, it's probably not in that $3 plus range. It was at time of release, but not now. But, you know, a quality rare. I'll take it. Meteorite. After that, I didn't see the wording on Meteorite first, and I didn't see the actual card name, and I just saw the picture, and I was like, is that a Felwar Stone? I was like, no, Felwar Stone's not in this. That would be crazy good. All right, here we go. We've got Rona, Shieldred's Faithful. Defiler of Flesh. So we got, what is that, our 3rd Defiler of the box? We've hit the blue, the green, and now the black one, so we're short the red and the white one. Okay. Llanowar Stalker after that. Another list card. Heartless Hidetsugu. All right. I do think this is a list hit that's probably, you know, it's worth a few bucks. It's not bad. You know, it's not knocking it out of the park. That is our 3rd list rare of the box. And that one actually probably does have a few dollars in value. So, you know, again, not all bad. Silverback Elder. That's the card I was thinking of. And then Plaza of Heroes is another really good impact rare. So, again, it's not so top-heavy where it's mythic or bust, but I will say that it is the set is very top-heavy in value at the top, and then there's a lot of middling value there where it's like, okay, you got some good playable cards, but they're not, you know, crushing it value-wise. All right, Tatiova, very nice. Golden Argosy. I actually don't pull this card very often. Like, even when I was opening these boxes regularly when it first came out, I don't think I only pulled but maybe 1 or 2 of those. Kind of interesting. Not value, but... hey, Tatiova again. This time it was a foil uncommon. Nice. All right. I think we should be live. Like, right now, 3 mythics is pretty light. So, I feel like we should be live for at least a couple other mythics. Oh, here we go. Look at that beautiful foil stained glass island. Very, very nice. These lands definitely have a nice feel to them. I think they're pretty popular as far as like a land, basic lands that people will run in their decks. All right, Warhost Frenzy. And we start hitting our legends. Rada, Rulik Mons, Shadowrite Priest as a rare. Human Cleric. Okay, why not? Neshoba Brawler after that is a foil uncommon. And another list hit. What is this? Fountain Watch. So this is another rare list hit. This is off of, what is that, Mercadian Masks? Artifacts and enchantments you control can't be the target of spells or abilities. And it is on a body of a creature, 5 for 2/4. Not very good mana value cost there, but it does have a neat ability. Okay. Have no idea if that one's value offhand. Wouldn't surprise me if it was worth a couple bucks, but being that the mana value is 5 for a 2/4, also might be bulkish. All right. Come on, art card. Try to flip these around to show them, but I won't spend too much time on them because, you know, I think most people don't really care about them. But I know some people do. All right, here we go. Zar Ojinin. Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief. Actually a pretty good build-around card as far as a commander is concerned. Pretty sweet. Aster, Bearer of Blades after that is another rare. And a full common Scout, the Wilderness after that. All right. So rare-wise, we are looking for a Leyline Binding or a Plaza of Heroes is probably the two most valuable and good rares, quote-unquote, in the set. Go. Abazoa. You can see that we're seeing a lot of these duplications in that Commanders, which is or the Legend slot, which is kind of one of the knocks against the set, right? Academy Wall is like you open a box of this and you're like, man, how many Niels do I have? How many Radas do I have? How many Tatiovas do I have? Like, I don't need all of these. And that's kind of an issue, right? Admittedly. Call it what it is. It is a little bit of a feels bad when you're like, this is like the 4th time I've opened this uncommon in this box, and it's not a particularly good one. Tatiova again, right? Shivan Reef, nice. So we have a 5th Painland of the box. Very cool. Again, probably only $1 or $2 in value, maybe $2 in value, but as far as utility is concerned, I'm right there. I'll take it. Stall for time after that. And it looks like we have about 5 packs left. I think we're probably done as far as the list is concerned, but you know, keeping in mind that one of those mythics up there was the box topper, we are really mythic light at this point. So here's hoping we might still be live for a quality mythic. All right, Hero's Heirloom, Monstrous Warleech, Najal, Tori, Threats Undetected as a rare, and a foil Sunlit Marsh after that. It's kind of cool. I mean, I love that they printed Plain Swamps, you know. I know they come into play tapped, blah, 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 but Brightstone Ritual, that is a common from Onslaught. Add 1 mana for each goblin in play. Interesting, okay. Are we really going to end on 3 mythics? No way. This is our 3rd full gold foil stamped card of the box, because sure, why not? All right, here we go. Rona, Balmor, Thran Portal, foil common as a negate, and nothing of significance. All right, 4 packs left. That's uncommon for a set box especially. Set boxes usually have a little bit more juice, but we are not seeing or feeling that from this box. You know, again, as far as mythics go, we do have one of the better mythics, but you know, that doesn't mean I only want 3 mythics in my box. Raff, Bortuk. Rare is a Squee, Dubious Monarch. Actually kind of a cool card. Squee does see a little bit of fringe play in some decks, especially in that red aggro deck. You know, those red aggro decks. Bared for like the 3rd time as a foil common, uncommon. 3 packs left. All right. Another Relic of Legends, cool. Sky Knight. Garna. Whereas Urza Assembles the Titans. Actually kind of a cool card, not value at all. It is a 5 casting cost saga that it is incredibly narrow, but nevertheless, I actually think this card has some cool combo potential. Not unhappy as far as random rares are concerned. I'll take it. 2 packs left, stuck on 3 mythics. Oh my goodness. All right. Sweet foil stained glass mountain. Pretty cool. All right, Heroic Charge. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't stick me with 3 mythics. Frost Rider, Strider. I'm going to get it a 4th mythic, and it's going to be awful. Bonalia's Ruin. Urborg Lurgoyf as our rare. And a foil uncommon, excuse me. Another Legend, Niall, Abazoa. Last pack of the box. Oh my goodness. You know, on one hand, we did get 3 rares off of the list, but I'm not saying that that should substitute for my mythic count. Like, that's not the trade-off I agreed to here. All right, here we go. Last pack. Come on. Resolute reinforcements. Sure. Czar. Uh-huh. Hey, Ellis. Nice. Actually, pretty good uncommon. It is a mythic. It is a Karn Living Legacy. I laugh because Karn is not a valuable mythic, but we did get a 4th mythic. Kind of called that. Sure, why not? It is the Planeswalker. It's Karn Living Legacy. Probably like $1, maybe $1.50 if we're lucky. But a mythic nonetheless. Artillery Blast after that. And a Coalition Relic. So we did get it was a fourth rare off of the list as a Coalition Relic. Card that actually used to carry some value. No longer really the case. So there you go. This is kind of an illustration of what I was talking about. You know, Liliana's great. Hitting 5 utility lands, as far as I'm concerned, like Pain lands are good. There's a couple of rares in here that are carrying a few bucks in value, but overall, even at $90 a box, if it's not shielded, it is very, very tough to get back to where you want to be. But if you are looking for some good playables and you just want to open something up and have a relatively low price point and also a little bit of lottery factor of can I hit a big chase card, Dominaria United is not a bad place to be either. So I'm not advocating for or against it. I'm just kind of trying to tell you what I think of it and what I think you're up against if you open a box. That's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button for me. And of course, by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.